Good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government says sets to partner Federal House Committee on Youth Development. NAFDAC vows to clamp down on fake drug distribution outlets. On the foreign team Israel, Hamas skirmish in Gaza as truce efforts pick up pace. And in sport, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi receives Man of the Match award after securing late win for Fulham against Manchester United. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State government has declared its readiness to collaborate with the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development in the passage of necessary legislation and initiatives that will enhance youth development in the country. Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat received members of the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development. On behalf of the Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated that Lagos is very open to collaboration with any relevant bodies. The committee was led by the chairman, Martin Essi. Hamzat noted that owing to the significant position the youths occupy in the state, the Sanwo-Olu administration has put in place numerous initiatives to train the youths on different skills and ensure that they are adequately empowered. The governor added that Lagos deliberately included the PLUS, which is social inclusion and youth empowerment, in its theme's agenda because it found out that the government must focus on the youth and provide more recreational centers where they can also meet and discuss. Lagos State Head of Service Bode Aguru has restated the determination of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to evolve a healthy population among the workforce. Aguru stated this during the February edition of the monthly walk for fitness organized for public servants in the state, noting that apart from going to the hospital to access medical care, routine exercise is a cheaper way of maintaining good health. He said the exercise was paramount to keep public servants fit in the discharge of their duties. The head of service urged public servants to always find time to engage in public and physical exercises in the interest of their health. Ogun State government has alerted members of the public to a fraudulent message circulating on social media platforms claiming that Governor Dakpo Abiodun is offering 10,000 naira cash palliative per person across the state. The scam message provides a link urging individuals to apply for the said cash palliative and share the information for others to benefit. Special Advisor on Media and Communications to the Governor, Kayode Akinade, in a statement, disclaimed the message in its entirety, informing the public that it is an obvious scam and urged the people of the state not to fall for it. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has engaged stakeholders in the pharmaceutical product supply chain in its resolve to combat the incidence of substandard and falsified medicines in the country and effectively safeguard the health of Nigerians. Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, emphasized the need to explore means of combating the sale and distribution of substandard and falsified medical products within the supply chain. Adeyeye insisted that the agency will not hesitate to clamp down on wholesale and retail outlets where fake drugs are dispensed for public use. According to her, the engagement with pharma supply chain stakeholders in Nigeria serves as a means of thinking together and putting in place a position that will represent or guide collective efforts and strategy to prevent, detect, and respond to substandard and falsified medicinal products. Human rights advocate Femi Falana has asked the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, to provide security for demonstrators amid the planned protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) over the hardship faced by Nigerians. In a letter dated February 24, the senior advocate of Nigeria said Section 84, subsection 4 of the Police Establishment Act empowers the Minister of Justice to provide security cover for the protesters. Fallon also called on organised labour to conduct the scheduled rallies peacefully, void of violence. Former Governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, has criticised the federal government over the recent clampdown on Bureau de Change (BDC) operators in the country, saying such approach is ill-advised and wrongly directed. In a statement, the presidential candidate of Labour Party in the last general elections believed that such disruption and attacks on the business activities of these operators will only affect the economy. Obi criticised the government for not tackling the core issues in the foreign exchange market, instead pointing fingers at Bureau de Change operators for the current foreign exchange troubles. And now to foreign news. Israeli troops and Palestinian gunmen have clashed throughout the Gaza Strip over the weekend as mediators picked up the pace of talks over a possible ceasefire to free hostages held by Hamas and bring a measure of Ramadan respite to the battered enclave. Prospects for securing any truce looked uncertain as Israel says it was in parallel planning to expand its sweep to destroy Hamas, while the Islamist faction stood firm on its demand for a permanent end to the nearly 5-month-old war. Residents say Israeli forces shelled several areas of the enclave as tanks rolled into Beit Lahia and soldiers and gunmen waged running battles in the Zaytun sector of Gaza City, both in the north, which had been conquered early in the offensive. Medics say at least 86 Palestinians were killed in Israeli strikes since Saturday, as Israel's military claims 2 soldiers died in fighting in South Gaza and that its forces killed or captured Palestinian gunmen in Zaytun and elsewhere. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convened his war cabinet for a briefing late on Saturday by intelligence chiefs who returned from a meeting with Qatari, Egyptian and US mediators in Paris after a possible second Gaza ceasefire. And now sports. Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi has been named Fulham's man of the match after helping the club to a shock 2-1 win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Iwobi was announced as the best player on the club's website on Sunday, bagging the goal that secured Fulham a first win away to United in 21 years, saw 41.7% of fans give Iwobi their backing for the award. Sasa Lukic came in second with 23.4% ahead of Calvin Bassey, 11.3%, and Rodrigo Muniz, 8.9%. And that's all for the news at 4. This beautiful Sunday afternoon. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 280 unemployed youths for global certification on solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has declared its readiness to collaborate with the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development in the passage of necessary legislation and initiatives that will enhance youth development in the country. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has engaged stakeholders in the pharmaceutical product supply chain in its resolve to combat the incidence of substandard and falsified medicines in the country and effectively safeguard the health of Nigerians. We also told you that Israeli troops and Palestinian gunmen have clashed throughout the Gaza Strip over the weekend as mediators picked up the pace of talks over a possible ceasefire to free hostages held by Hamas and bring a measure of Ramadan respite to the battered enclave. And in sports, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi has been named Fulham's man of the match after helping the club to a shock 2-1 win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. For For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagostate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Iduolaya. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon and happy Sunday.